Hi guys, and welcome to another video on Amazonia YouTube channel. In a previous video, you could see how to use Amazon tools and see if you're bidding high enough on your branded keywords. And in this video, we're going to go a step further, and I'm going to show you a tool within Campaign Manager that you can use to see if you're allocated enough budget to your campaigns and see if they can actually show your ads throughout the day. Stay with me because it's pretty simple and I'm gonna break it down for you. To find this useful tool, just go to the left. Please note it's in beta. It's not that accurate, but it gives you enough information to make an important business decisions. So hover over to the budget tab and click, and here you will be presented with this screen. It can be overwhelming at the beginning, but at the end of the day, at the end of this video, you will know how to navigate through it. First that you can see is this little square over here with a bunch of information. So right off the bat, you can see that 17 campaigns are out of budget or almost out of budget for today. Now, please note that this budget tab here is only for sponsored products. You won't see your sponsored branded campaigns here or sponsored display campaigns. But since the majority of ad spend is going towards sponsored product ads, you can be safe to use this tool to navigate your sponsored product spend. So this gives you a breakdown what's happening throughout the day. So the recommendation is to increase your budget to avoid missing impressions, clicks, and sales, but more about that later on. This is now a breakdown that in last 14 days, 18 of your campaigns have missed opportunities, as Amazon claims here. So this is for today, but in last 14 days, there were in total 18 campaigns missing out on sales. So this is an estimation. So estimated missed sales is like 18K up to 50 something K. And these are the estimated clicks and estimated missed impressions. I'm going to go through each one of those and you will see that they're actually not the same. That is, Amazon is not sourcing the information and estimation based on the same things over here. And then one of the most useful things here is the graph. So when you hover over, you will see day by day, what is your average time in budget here? So is it 83%, 70%, or they even tease you with these estimated missed sales like 1K up to 5K a day. Now, the bad thing, and it's probably because it's still in beta, is that you cannot see the last few days of your campaigns and if they were in budget or out of budget. So usually it's delayed by at least three to 4 days. So, but still, it will give you an information how things are going for you. Now, this account, we lowered the budget for the whole month of November and December because of the seasonality of the products advertised, and we don't have any issues with the fact that many campaigns are not hitting the daily budgets in order to show the ads throughout the day. But anyway, you can filter out whatever you like here, and as soon as you apply filters here, now this is similar to what you have in Campaign Manager. If you filter out by, let's say, campaign type, if that's available, or targeting type, whatever, manual versus automatic. Let's see if our automatic campaigns, how they're standing and versus manual campaigns. You can also filter out by the campaign name. If you use, and you should be using some naming convention for the campaigns in order to better move around the campaigns. For example, I like to have SP for sponsored products, and I have a specific name that I use if it's an auto campaign, if it's a sponsored display, sponsored brands. Is it the ranking campaign? Is it like, are we bidding on generic keywords, branded keywords, etc.? So if you follow that rule, you can quickly filter out the campaigns like only ranking campaigns. Am I having enough budget for ranking campaigns? And you see, by having a proper naming convention for your campaigns, this tool, the budgets tool within Amazon Campaign Manager, is becoming more powerful, because even though that you don't have that detailed filters, by having a proper campaign names across the board, you can actually use it more wisely. But to illustrate the how the graph is changing depending on your filters, so let's switch to automatic. And by switching here and changing the date range, you can see that our automatic campaigns are, I think, in somewhat better situation, but quite similar to the manual one. So you can see what you're missing out on automatic campaigns versus what you're missing out, for example, on manual. Okay, it's actually quite similar. But when you filter it out like this, then you can see further details down the page. Now, it's a lot of metrics, but stay with me. It's pretty simple when you break it down. So you have campaign type. You can remove anything that you don't need. Like I removed start date and date. You can even remove bidding strategies and whatever you think it's not necessary. And I'll show you at the end of the video what I actually use out of all of this. So you immediately have the status: out of budget campaigns, delivering campaigns, etc. So then the campaign type and the bidding strategy. Sales, return on ad spend, ACoS, average time in budget. This is actually the most useful thing. So immediately you see, and I sorted by the average time in budget, you can immediately see that there are these 5 campaigns that are not having the enough budget to manage throughout the day. And then you have your budget and the recommended budget. This is the recommendation, and I please go and click the tooltip and read about it, how they do it, and what does Amazon recommend. But in short, I don't trust the data at all, and I'll show you why. Amazon would be more than glad if you just hit apply and add all of these changes to the budget. But take a look what the logic says. These numbers are way overestimated. For example, here, take a look at this one. So, okay, it's a small budget. It's $5 per day, but average time in budget is 98%. That's on average in the previous like 2 weeks almost. 98% of time the campaign is in budget. It has €5 per day, and the recommendation to hit those 2 additional % of visibility, Amazon is recommending to increase the budget more than double. And same goes for the other ones. Like this one is like what's this? Like only 25% is missing, and they're more than doubling, almost tripling the budget. So be careful. If your pockets are deep, go crazy, but I don't think it's necessary. But it's there just so you know what's recommended, but I never follow that. It's maybe useful for some of the days, like we're now in the Christmas shopping season, and maybe you just wanna be sure that you meet the daily goals in budget, and you just hit apply on all of those and just apply all. But be careful then to lower that once the Christmas is behind us. Further down, you have estimated missed sales, estimated missed impressions, and estimated missed clicks. The difference between these two, so you can group estimated missed sales and estimated missed impressions because they are the way Amazon is estimating this one. So they do it like they base this on they base this on factors that may include estimated missed clicks and historical sales. And they put here a disclaimer that it is an estimate, not a guarantee of actual sales. And some campaigns may not have enough data to provide an estimate. Sorry. And that goes for the missed impressions too. But the difference comes when we see the estimated missed clicks, because you can see that this is also based on factors that may include historical performance, but also of performance of similar campaigns that didn't run over the budget. So they use some probably machine learning that takes this campaign that's limited by budget, and they compare it by the performance, by the budget, by the CPC, and all the other metrics. And they estimate, okay, if this campaign is similar to the other one who's performing well, this is what you potentially miss. But that's just an estimate. I wouldn't really compare that to, because you don't know what are the keywords. Okay, you can compare, for example, it's the same CPC, it's, I don't know, whatever metrics are the same based on what Amazon is thinking, but I'm not sure that machine learning is capable of defining, is it, are those two campaigns different? For example, one can be used for ranking, and the other one can be used just on broader terms, or maybe one is long tail keywords, like up to 3 or 4 or 5 words, and the other one is only 1 or 2. So you cannot compare those, because it's not actually apples to apples. And the rest is just the basic information as you have in the campaign manager. So impression, clicks, click-through rate, spend, CPC, and orders. What I do, and this is how I set it up. So I don't really want to look at all of these. So I turn off the ROAS, I turn off the estimated missed sales, impressions, clicks. Yes, you can really easily forget all of that, because it's just not it's not precise. And we can remove smart bidding strategy. Okay, now it's a bit more clear. If you did a good job on the campaign names, then you can also remove the type and have really a good overview of what's happening over here. Now, what I do here, I typically do this every week or so, depending also on the seasonality, on the type of the account, because it doesn't make sense that you check this every day. You make changes and you see, like, for example, in 5 or 6 days, what's happening, because graph is, as I said, it's delayed. What you can do always is just use your best guess. Log in every few hours to your account and see if there are any campaigns running out of budget or not. And that's the best option. But if you cannot afford to sit by your laptop and follow all of that, then use this graph. So what I do here is just I roughly estimate and see, okay, you can sort by spend and see, okay, out of my top spending campaigns, because most of the times those campaigns that you spend most money on are actually the most important ones. So I want to check the most important ones first, because I don't care for the rest of the campaigns. This is only manual now, but never mind. So I can see that my top spending campaign from the manual ones is 75% in budget, and I have 30 euros per day of ad spend. So I can then see, okay, this is my ACoS. Does that align with my target ACoS? Does that align with my profit margin? And adjust accordingly. So I don't care immediately, like if I'm missing 25% of budget to be available for my ads to be available throughout the day, I don't want to just immediately increase the budget even by 25% compared to what's available right now. But I just want to always have that context in your mind. So does this aligns with my KPIs, my weekly goals, monthly goals, quarterly goals, yearly goals? And if it does, then forget about what Amazon is suggesting. And that's always the best judgment to see. Don't be caught up in sales. Don't be caught up in revenue. You need to think about your profits. So I would just go ahead every week and see if this has changed and update accordingly. I would look at the CPCs and just estimate how much can I afford to increase. The good thing is that you can increase here. You don't have to go through to every campaign, and just it would be time consuming. What's also very useful is that here you can, for example, imagine the scenario where, I don't know, you have, let's say, Prime Day coming tomorrow, and you just want to double all the budgets. You can come here and you can select all filtered campaigns and just do a bulk option, like adjust budget or whatever. So you can use filters and say, okay, list me all the campaigns with orders and skip all with 0 orders, because these are the ones that I want to increase my budgets or watch what's happening. It's worth noting that if you have a tool to utilize day parting, that would be also a good idea, for example, because it's not the same if your campaigns are running in the middle of the night and spending the budget over there. Okay, there's not much traffic during the night, but still you can pull your heat map, which I recorded a while ago, and pull a heat map and see where do your campaigns perform the best throughout the day. And then you can use even the Amazon's how they call it, rule-based bidding. It's not perfect, but it's something if you don't have anything or don't want to use anything else. And you can use those tools. I can maybe record a video on that too. It's another subject, but you can use the rule-based bidding and create a rule to automatically increase your bids at a certain time frame. Say, I don't know, 1 p.m. throughout, like, I don't know, 9 p.m. and have increased bids over there. So set your bid lower, like, I don't know, 50%, 100% lower than what you want to have as an end bid, and have that rule-based bidding set to increase by 100% in your most important part of the day, and test and see if that maybe makes sense, and you will still be out of the budget in probably the same percentages, but you will cover the biggest, the most important part of the day and show your ads to your potential buyers. That would be it. I thought it's gonna be a 5-minute video, but I kept talking. So let me know if you have any questions, and then yeah, see you in the next video. Bye guys.